Everyone's on something.
So, guys, I sat there and I was thinking about. I really wanted to come and discuss confidence, and maybe think about for people that struggle with confidence, how they can deal with that, and maybe think about even just different situations that may arise that might knock on your confidence a bit, and what we can say to the people down.
I'm just looking for the definition of confidence, because what does it even mean?
Let's start off with what does it mean to you?
Okay. What is confidence? Oh, you go first, because I'm actually thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it, but I was just going to spitball as I was thinking about it. So I'm thinking it's thinking about your self-view, right? And if you have a good understanding of yourself, in terms of like how you view your current self now, and how you view your ideal self, and how you present that to other people, and you being comfortable and stable in that, I don't think people can knock your confidence. So you would be able to present yourself in a way that's true to yourself. You'll be able to do things that are true to you without too much influence from outside people. And you'll be able to do that in an authentic way, whereas people that maybe lack confidence, don't have a good understanding or good idea, or maybe a good view of themselves, and they're wanting other people to tell them who they are, how they should behave, how they should act, how they should speak. So I think about when people may present with low confidence, it could be that maybe people have really turned down at like their sense of self, and they've somehow lost their voice in the process and things like that. But that's just me.
Yeah, no. Now you're saying it, like I'm just thinking like what my so for me, it's just like a belief in yourself and your abilities and who you are as a person that cannot be swayed, tainted, or changed based on outside or external influences. So whether that is other people or like, I don't know, like the media, society or whatever, you are strong enough in yourself to know, now this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do, and my value cannot be placed based on whatever you want to place it in. It's how I want to define it, and that is that.
So that's on period. That's on period.
Ow. I know you hate that.
What about you?
To be honest, I don't think I can, like, I'll just be repeating what both of you have said.
Yeah. So you agree in terms of the definition?
Yeah, I agree in terms of the definition. I think maybe especially about your approach to things. Your approach to things, the belief in your ability of things. But I'll definitely say that you don't kind of nailed it on the head, really.
And for me, it has to last as well in times when life is hard. So like I've been saying, like people have been asking me like, oh, how are you feeling about your course? It's going to be hard. Like, and obviously I try other things outside of my course as well. And they was like, oh, you don't think you're doing too much? And for me, it's kind of like I'm comfortable enough and confident enough in myself, in that even in the hard times, which I know will come because that's life. Like life is going to be hard sometimes. I'll get through it. I know I will. It's like even when it's hard, I'll get through it. So for me, it has to last in the good and the hard times. So I think some people have like artificial confidence that only lasts when everyone is gassing them. When they walk in a room and they're the best looking person, they've got the best drip, or maybe they're the funniest person in that room. But would you last if you were basically if you're what's the saying, small fish in a big pond?
In a big pond.
Yeah, would it last then? When you haven't got your drip? When you haven't got your trim?
But you know...
I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at you when all the guys are looking. Wait.
Shade.
No shades.
I think going from your point, I think it's definitely it's a self-belief thing, because you could be a small fish in a big pond with big sharks, but you can have more confidence than the big shark, because there's maybe like the bigger shark doesn't believe in himself, so the confidence has just gone from him. What did I want to say? It's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back to me.
Mm.
But I think it is a lot within. But I'm just repeating myself. I need to remember what exactly I was
You
gonna
really
say.
wanted to
so-
say, yeah.
But I feel like we've all had times when we've not felt very
Confident.
confident in ourselves. It took me a long time. Like, I think I wouldn't say I was confident in myself until I was about 23, 26. So, like, it's been only like 3 years
yeah.
that I can say, like, I'm truly, truly confident in myself. Before that, it was rocky. It was all really rocky. So,
Yeah.
I feel like for some people, they've naturally got it. Like, some people have always been like that. Me, it took me a while. I always say because I was a chubby kid, and it sounds like a, you know, those sub stories that people say before X Factor. But I was so like just didn't feel good about myself, and that affects you. So yeah, it wasn't until I was like 23 and I was like, actually, no, like I know who I am and like what I want. You have to, because otherwise anybody can like take you for idiot basically.
Yeah. It was so funny because when you were talking, I wanted to say something and then that completely just went out of my head. But it's fine. But maybe it's thinking about actually what experiences or what things do people go through that may give them low confidence, or affect their confidence.
I think there's so much. It's so much. It's so vast yet to what like helps people's confidence. Your friendship circle, the language your parents use on you. Like I remember one time I was coming back from work and there was a guy that used to be our head boy in school. I'm not baiting him out, but because every year there's a head boy, so it's very difficult to pick who I'm talking
I
about.
don't even know what school you're
No,
going to,
so
so
exactly,
it's alright,
okay,
but maybe for your listeners,
people, yeah.
And then he mentioned he mentioned that his parents would do that, like say, like in his language, say like, you're stupid, or you're do you see what I'm saying? And he kind of took that to heart in terms of, okay, so how if my parents think that I'm stupid, or how am I gonna achieve things? Do you see what I'm saying? So, but I think it's vast. What affects your confidence is so vast. And then I think within yourself, where they talk about maybe what your insecurities are the things that knock your confidence. I think for me anyway. And then that's why, like, I think where you can be firm within your confidence is, let's say for instance you're in a room and someone's bantering you or something like that, and is bantering about something that is a bit like touchy or something. How you stand firm like there is maybe a sign of your confidence. Someone that's maybe doesn't take the joke to the next level of it becoming a big argument between you, or not something that you go home and you overthink it. Do you know what I mean? So I think those things, if you can hopefully do, can like ground your confidence. But I definitely do think it's like it's a lot within, but it's a lot that affects it.
Yeah.
Because you could have like 5 friends that are like, I don't know, like super funny, super cool. Everywhere you lot go, people want to always talk to you and interact with you. Do you know what I mean? That could build your confidence.
Must be nice.
When you're seeing, when you're younger, walking all the time in big groups. When like people want to go, we are going to a party. We're trying to go with as much people as possible because you feel confident now. Oh yeah, all my guys are here. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So different things like affect confidence.
Yeah, and I do agree. And maybe just to hone in on points to highlight is definitely something about things, how you feel how you feel about yourself, the kinds of things that you're saying about yourself, and definitely the kinds of things that important people that you value are saying about you can have an impact on your confidence, particularly if it's like derogatory stuff or just things to put you down, or generally like negative things. So I do agree on that. Yeah, it's.
How have you like got through times in your life?
How have I got through times? Do you know, I genuinely feel like I'm a work in progress. In terms of, there's certain areas of my life that over time, I have become a little bit more confident in, or just, I feel like the older that you grow up, you learn.
You grow up.
That's the thing, isn't it? Again, the more, I don't know. Yeah. Can you not come for me, please? I don't already say English is not my first language. I don't understand why he's coming for me. But as you grow, I feel like you get to learn about who you are, what's important to you, and the type of person that you want to be. And I don't know when I started my self-love journey. I think it's maybe graduating, so like 2014, really started to be very intentional in terms of the things that I would say about myself, really watching the language that I would use, or just not like being less hard on myself when I didn't achieve certain things, and actually really think about what is it about that, could I reframe it in a different way. So there are areas in which I'm a lot better at, and there are some areas that I'm still like, I don't know, I can be in like various different situations, or like different spaces, should I say, where finding my voice is a little bit difficult, and I'm like second guessing myself and things like that. But like, we move.
Because I think the best thing, well, you said everything you said was good, but I mean, as in like, what stood out for me is when you said like being careful how you talk about yourself.
100%.
Because I don't think people realise like when you're basically the bully and the bullied, like the victim and the bully, when you talk badly about yourself, like, so all of that's going on inside of your head, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot. So like, I feel like it's really important. So I think, like, people think I'm just like extra when I literally gas myself up, but sometimes I have to out loud gas myself up and be like, oh my god, I'm lit, or not 100%. Even just like about looks and stuff, but it can be about like, no, like you're actually really like funny, or you're like, like your personality traits as well, because like it's corny, but you have to be your biggest cheerleader. Like,
100%.
You have to gas yourself up. Because if you don't, who else will in this world?
100%. That's it. And it's a point where if you're waiting for other people to gas yourself, so you're waiting to get those affirmations from either your partner or from people around you or from your family, you will be disappointed, because people are disappointed. At the end of the day, the only person that you can control in this world is yourself. You can control your thoughts, you can control your actions, you can control your emotions, you can control how you respond to certain things. It's really, really difficult to be like, Josh, I want you to do this, because if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. But I can control how I respond to how you do certain things. Yeah. So I'm not going to be waiting for somebody to tell me I'm lit. Because if I think I'm lit, that's all that really matters. Obviously, you don't want to get to a point where you're a little bit overly gassing yourself or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you don't need to be
do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
you have to give yourself some self-confidence.
Yeah.
You have to give it to yourself.
Yeah, you can't wait for external validation. You should be waiting for it. Because as well, even if someone does like compliment you or gas you, if they don't do it in the way that you want it to be said, you're still going to be upset.
I feel like that's just a girl thing.
You said it's a girl thing?
Yeah, man.
No, it is, because...
That's a girl thing.
No.
He said that my hair's cute, but he didn't say it's lovely. Like, look how much time I spent on it.
That's what I mean. You can't be waiting for people to compliment.
I remember in earlier episodes, I think we talked about this when Lola would be like, don't call me cute, I'm a woman. Like, call me this. And it's like...
You can't win.
But I think cute encompasses everything, to be honest. But yeah, definitely. I say this all the time, and I've mentioned it in earlier episodes. Affirmations are so important, guys. Like, initially, it may feel really weird for you to sit there. And I think we kind of did this, actually, in the Get to Know Us episode, when we said, describe yourself in 3 words starting with A. Yeah, and we were all just there like, oh, but like, tell yourself you're amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? Tell yourself like you're capable. Tell yourself you're bold. Tell yourself you're brave. Tell yourself that you deserve it. You're enough. Like, you are beautiful. Ladies, don't wait for another guy to tell you you're beautiful. Know for yourself that you're beautiful inside and out. Okay, but guys as well, like, don't wait for it. as in like, okay, my bad. Yeah, for guys as well, but as in how likely is it that women are going to be... They'll gas you in a different way.
I guess guys.
No, but in a different way. But
yeah,
as in, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But as in, vice versa. Just people in general. Don't wait for people to tell you all these things about yourself. I think you need to start telling yourself, and then you need to believe it. Yeah. And if somebody else doesn't agree with you, that's fine, because people can have their own opinions.
And words are very powerful.
Words are powerful.
Words are very,
What's
very,
the
very
Bible verse? What is that? There's something about power in the tongue to kill and destroy.
There's power in the tongue
to kill and destroy.
You know that Jesus told like a tree, I forgot the name of it, but he said, you will not bear fruit.
And he never did.
Didn't. And then just remember, in the beginning was the word.
Come on.
So
And
that's
church says,
so how powerful can words be?
Words are powerful.
If at the beginning was the word.
Words are powerful. From even the example that you gave, in the sense that your friend was told that he is stupid, and from that he internalized that to, that means I can't do anything, and it's stopping me from going and trying different things because I am stupid.
Yeah. And I think when we touch, and I think when we touch on like little things about like when we do the podcast a little bit on like African parenting and stuff like that, I think that's one thing that we can talk about, like in terms of they're not really understanding like how words.
You're never amount to anything.
How words can like
impact you. And the last things,
Do you understand? But I think, and it was I don't know, you know. But in this, I always say is that you can see like amongst like black boys, you see like some black boys have like a confidence about themselves. But I always just say that you always have different guys. You're not gonna always have your super confident guy. You always gonna have different guys. But I feel like a lot of us had to give it to ourselves because we weren't the people that had like a cheerleader. We've gone to play football and we've gone all the way to like the other side of London to go and play a team, and there's no one there supporting you, but everybody else has got their parents there. Or do you understand what I'm saying? So some way, somehow, we had to give it to ourselves. We don't know how we did it, but we did it. And I think maybe how we done it was that we made sure we won or we scored a goal. Do you know what I mean? So now you're walking off the pitch and you've got a bop, but your bop is
strong.
It's strong. It's validated. It's validated. You know what I'm saying? It's validated. And I think it's those little things. Like as you continue growing up, you went out, you spoke to this girl, you got a number, you didn't get a number, But then I think also I always say it that women sometimes have a responsibility on letting guys down in a certain manner without being rude and knocking confidence. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you try and talk to a girl.
And just, ew, man.
Or imagine, no, do you know what's
what American? No, what in the American?
Do you know what's even the what? When I see it, I'm just like, oh, and even it's been done to me. I'm just like, oh my days, if I could throw you across this room. But obviously, don't condone that.
Don't condone that at all.
Of course. But imagine, so let's say for instance you're trying to talk to a girl, but then the friend taps. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, as if like the friend doesn't approve, and then and then, but that's not your judgment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you don't know if you were gonna talk or you were gonna. Do you understand what I'm saying? But because your friend has tapped you and gone, like you've then kind of turned your back. Do you know what I mean?
You care more what your friend says.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think. And like if I wasn't, or if the other person that experienced that didn't have a mindset or something like that, but that person could just go and tell his boys. He could go tell his boys, "Alright, guys, I'll see you later." He's just upset or he's in a different mood. But more time, guys will just try and with another girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it's just, I think the dynamics to confidence is so vast.
It's very
like you could have been at school. I don't know, like. Got bullied, lost one fight. Like you just don't know where it comes from. But it's so vast.
It's true, and you actually you hit me in my heart a little bit when you said like black boys and like black boys and black girls, because like the media, especially when we were younger, It's a bit better now because obviously we've got social media, but in general, isn't saying that we're good, anything good. Like, you're thugs, you're aggressive, you're this, you're
your
that.
hair is nappy.
Your hair is nappy.
You know, you know what's so crazy? Growing up here, I didn't see that side of the media, you know. But in a way...
The thing is, growing up at that age, you didn't see that side, but you saw everybody else who didn't look like you being presented as the smartest person, as the most... as the one earning more money, you know, as the one having all these different opportunities. So that does something to yourself subconsciously, because it's like, it's telling you that you don't belong in these spaces.
I guess, you know what, I think, like, coming a bit of age and seeing, like, the working environment. Like
coming of age, not growing up.
Coming of age.
What did I say?
Mine is like 75
No, but what did I say? I don't know about you guys when you're growing up old or something. Coming of age.
And you're seeing it more, like, in terms of, like, within our professions, where we are, how many of us are in these spaces, X, Y, and Z. But I think before, when you're in school, like primary school, secondary school, you're really in that bubble. Like, when I think about it, like, and those times social media wasn't, we were still using Nokias with like the advanced stage was now Bluetooth. We could share a song and a picture. Like, so we didn't really still see the outside world. We were still within our bubble. And I think where I went to a school where it was predominantly black people. So we were always just measuring ourselves up against us. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're smart, or you're doing this, or whatever. But then I do see now that we needed to be elevating, because it's us against the world. It's you against the world stage. It's not you against the person in your class or anything like that. But these are things that it's just like every generation is about passing the next. So when we have children, or if we have people that are younger than us, it's about, okay, yeah, you are getting A's, or you are doing well in class, and that's boosting your confidence in class. That's boosting your confidence in Croydon. That's what I'm saying. But just know that for that job in London, or for that business that you want to set up, you are competing with the world. That's what I'm saying. So I think
you need to prepare them.
You need to prepare them, and that's where you can get your confidence knocked. Where you're growing up thinking, I've been doing so well, or I got into this college. I did this at A levels, all of this kind of stuff. But so did Mr. Patel's son. So did Mr. Smith's son. So does like Mr. Johnson's son. Everybody's doing something from a different place. So you don't want to put yourself in a false sense of confidence of your small environment.
So what?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you really like,
because it has to
like
it
from so many different angles.
Outside of like your immediate environment. Like that's why I think my parents like always encouraged me to like go on the school trips. Like if we had to go abroad, they would save money to go abroad.
That's amazing.
So then I can see that like there's more than just this.
Yeah.
Like I was shocked to like go traveling after uni. They're like, just go.
That's
you need
amazing.
to see that there's other people out there doing different things, and that you need to be able to walk like confidently in who you are wherever you are. Like, okay, you might not speak the language. Sometimes it might be different. It might be scary, but there's something about you that you can still like cope. Do you know what I mean? So like me, I got up and moved to London because
which is amazing.
I can.
It's interesting because
I can do that.
People outside of London probably struggle a little bit more moving outside of London, whereas the people who don't, people who live in London, struggle to move outside of London. Whereas people who are not from outside of London will pack their bags, come. And I guess obviously there's like more opportunities and things like that, but I always find that interesting.
Yeah, you have to be able to take yourself anywhere in this world, really. Got one life.
That gives me so much anxiety because I'm London babe. I want to stay in London. So I think like the whole idea of like upping and moving somewhere else, that's scary to me. I know, you never know, that's scary to me for now anyway. But I do definitely agree in terms of like there's so many various different factors that can impact on your confidence. And it's really difficult to sort of like pinpoint but we did kind of touch on various different things in terms of little changes that you can make towards building yourself up. But just to come back to your point in terms of like that sometimes it's really difficult to pinpoint, that might be where speaking to somebody, particularly if you're finding that you know you're limiting yourself in terms of like opportunities, or there's various different things that you're like letting go of because of your confidence, that you can go, if you know you think it would be helpful or beneficial, to therapy, and sort of like try and find out where that stemmed from, and think about maybe rewriting some of the stories that you tell about yourself, or doing things differently, or like reframing certain situations and how you appraise things. So there's always scope for that.
And I think everybody also then gets, sometimes you see like, you know how like we saw when we was from primary school, secondary school to college, where people always sometimes want to try and reinvent themselves to get a new confidence in their new setting. You know, like you see at uni, people that maybe weren't as social are now sociable. Do you know what I mean? So just do whatever you can.
What sits right with you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that your takeaway point?
I can leave it as that, my takeaway point.
Is it?
But I actually had a takeaway point.
Go on.
Yeah.
Speak to us. Go on to do your takeaway point.
Just touching regarding on like your traveling aspect, So for anybody like listening that like maybe have young children, or will eventually have children, or have little brothers, have little sisters, if opportunities come for them to go abroad on school trips, or go camping, or do something that's outside of their norm, like let's try and make an effort for them to do it. I remember like one of my little cousins, he does like Boy Scouts.
Oh, that's sick.
So he goes on these trips.
I did like brownies when I was younger. That was
amazing. All of them, they do it. They do brownies, Boy Scouts, all of that stuff in it. And like they're going on these things.
I'm really happy that. Sorry, just to cut. I'm really happy that those things are still going on.
Same.
But these are like 80-year establishments.
Yeah, no.
Like they're big. They're big.
Big
I don't know.
Organisations.
They're big organizations. I don't know how 100% they're funded, but.
And they're worldwide as well. No matter where you go.
I don't know, but I just don't know 100%.
To be fair.
Yeah. So but just in maybe if it's not particularly like the Boy Scouts or those kind of things, but if opportunities come where like it's gonna cost like I don't know £100 or something, for them to go on a trip, or it's 2 days, or they're going to a different museum, they're doing something, make the effort to try and get them on it, because these are the things that would help them.
100%.
Like I remember my auntie was just like, oh, there was another black lady that was there, and then they were discussing about the trip in it, and maybe the trip was like, let's say for instance £100. The lady was just like, oh, where am I gonna find £100 from? You know, like, but if obviously you don't know everybody's circumstances, but if you knew in a year, or you know in a year in advance, there's things that you can do to sacrifice £100, whether it's cheaper trainers, whether it's I don't know what else could you do, cheaper
like
trainers.
Save, innit? If you can save,
don't go out to eat.
Yeah, don't maybe go out to eat as much. Look for deals. You can do stuff that would like.
And it can always like if it's like a birthday present, that could be the birthday present that you get to go there rather than like
There's ways around
things,
it, but whatever it is, the way to do, try and push to have the next generation going abroad or doing different things, because when they're in the world of competition, when these younger kids and when they're going to different places and they're saying, oh yeah, I met this person, we used to go camping together, it's putting them in places
to network
where we are not. So we have to push
100%.
Generational wealth.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing out
Like,
here.
do you know what I mean? And
That's
just
what
like,
we're
yeah,
doing.
100%.
Well, yeah, that's my point.
No, I love that. I think like experiences builds
It's
a person.
It's actually.
So it's meant to do. And if you are struggling for like money, I guess like you said, like museums are free. Even that, like they put on like little workshops and stuff for children. Like even those things actually like do a lot. Like I've taken little cousins to like things like that, and they're like they get really excited. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing so money on it, but like, but no, they actually get really excited and they like it, and then they still talk about it like years later. Like remember when we did this? So they like it. So I would 100% say that. I think my takeaway thing would just be like gas yourself, like be your biggest cheerleader. That's it. That period.
Yeah, you don't love it. I swear this.
It's
That
period.
you know. Do you feel like the hot girl summers, the period people, the on all of this has helped women's confidence?
Yes, but the way I think it has, I think is like bigger than like what I can say right now in the time that we've got.
Okay.
I think yes. Long story
But it's
short,
helped people,
yes.
it's helped, like that music has helped women's confidence.
Long story short, yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
But we can talk
Because it's like believe in your source. You don't need guys to get to places. You are your own boss. Get your money up.
You know,
but it's kind of get your money up at their expense.
Okay, so you know what
That's
the thing is for
no,
me?
no, that's what
I don't want to go too far.
No, but
because
no, I know what you mean, but yeah.
Cash at me. What? So who then? Who are you talking about?
No, I feel like it's a discussion for after because I think.
Yeah, I hear that.
But long story short.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I think there's problems. Yeah, but yeah, there's
to an extent.
We'll discuss it.
But yeah, my takeaway point is probably similar to Amani's, like self-affirmations. And yeah, I hope that you guys have been able to take something from this. And until next time.
Croissants.
You say bam.
Do I say bam?
You said bam the last one.
Oh, did you like it? Bam.
Is that